So this is another video of yet another fatal shooting of a black man. And so this man right here, his name is Otis French. So he was stopped by a police officer and it was a traffic stop. So they tased him and they shot him. And I believe, if I'm not, I haven't finished watching the video, but I believe he was killed. So we're going to see a lot more of these killings, especially with the climate that we're under. The president, Elon and Trump, Elon/Trump, because Elon seems to be running the country right now. So I wanted to stop for a moment. Usually I, read articles and talk about videos and whatnot. There are so many videos all over the internet with so much misinformation and conspiracy theories. It's not even funny. So I might have to even do another second video of this video, but I wanted to stop for a moment so and reflect on a conversation that I had with another young lady. This was while I was at work. So she was so under her disillusion. I just let her speak. I wanted to see what she was going to say regarding Kamala Harris and Biden administration versus Trump and I would say Elon slash wants to be the president and Trump underdog president. So she was saying, oh, in the Biden administration, he opened the borders. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm thinking in my head, wait a minute. There's no such thing as closing up a border, really. I mean, they use, paperwork, they use legal terms, they use court terms and different, people to patrol different areas. But did you not see what El Chapo did back when he was incarcerated? They worked hard. They had a tunnel underground, elaborate with air ducts, a little car, and they were transporting probably things back and forth. And I'm not going to say, but we know the cartels and whatnot. But there's no such thing as closing a border. That's basically what I'm saying. If people want to get over here, even if it's dangerous, even if there's laws, they're going to figure out all kind of creative ways to come and go as they please. There's no such thing as closing up a border. And if you look at that wall that Mr. Trump and Steve Bannon, I believe that's his name, always would tout about building a wall, it doesn't even go all the way. I mean, if you see how far it goes, at a certain point, it's going to stop and then there's no more wall. So it's so stupid. It's dumb. People believe in things that they see and hear on some little video and they run with it and they think it's almost like they think that this wall is just like somehow magically going to stop people from coming over here. And that's not going to work. And then they got all these patrol officers. Okay, yeah, but I read an article where there were some guys who they were paying some of the immigrant people that were trying to get over here money. They were asking them to pay them money. They were like coyotes or people who were smuggling immigrants over here, but they were asking these people to pay them a certain amount of money. And so these people were paying them, I think, somewhere in between in the neck of the woods of like, I'm just gonna throw out some figures, like 18,000 to almost $80,000 to get over here to America. And so they were giving them money and they would, however they were trying to get them over here. But what they were doing was also exploiting the immigrants, and they were sex trafficking, or they were putting pressure on them, saying that if you didn't pay us or if you do X, Y, and Z. So you got all kinds of different schemes that people use to try to exploit the immigrants, which it happens once they get over here, they get exploited, where they don't pay them, fair wages. And so you got people that have people working for them cleaning up their house, and they say that they're helping them, but really they're exploiting them, because what they're doing is they know that they should pay them more money, but they're not paying them because they know those people are afraid that they could get deported, so they pay them a little bit of money. But in their country, maybe the money seems like a lot of money when they get money from these people here, but these people realize with the laws that we have and minimum wage should be a lot higher that they should pay these people. So they exploit them in those ways. So I was listening to this lady. She was talking about how Kamala, she had people killed and all of so stuff like that. So there was some article I was reading about Kamala, and I was reading all of these things. There were like 9 different cases, and there were some things about her that was very questionable. And I'm not trying to say that no politician, or that any one politician is perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the stuff that she was saying, to the magnitude that she was saying it, it wasn't true. It wasn't true. It was exaggerated. And let me tell you something here. What I think happens, that's a commercial. What I think happens is a lot of times these people, they listen to conspiracy, and black people, we listen to a lot of conspiracies. Some of it, there's some truths in some of it, and then there's some untruths. Now, I'm just going to be real here with this young black women. You want these men, you want to be involved in a relationship, so you listen to your hothead boyfriend telling you that Kamala is not black, or all these different things that they come up with simply because it's misogyny. They don't want to see a woman president. They don't want a woman leading the country. They feel some type of way about it. But you can't see that because you're too busy trying to entertain this knucklehead. So that's what I'm picking up from a lot of these young ladies. And I done seen some young ladies do some real stupid stuff. And let's just be real here, stupid shit. Where they listen to these dudes who you don't know him from Adam and Eve. You don't know where he's been. You don't know how many chicks he's been messing with, or how many whoever he's been messing with, and you're ready to just lay down and jump in the hay. And you'll listen to any type of bullshit, and he fills your head with all this bullshit, and you just run with it. That broad, when I saw her, I was like, she is really like sick as fuck. So I was like listening to them. I'm like, don't you see how the economy is all fucked up now that Trump is involved, and Elon, the president, quote unquote? Do that shit make any sense? Have you ever? And see, she's a lot younger than me. So I've never seen no president, even our worst president that we thought was the worst president. This is the worst presidency. If right here, one of the worst, I'll say. Because there have been others before where they, do all this stuff where they try to go after people and they try to kill people and stuff like that. And try to murder them. They have like plots to try to, like go after activists and different things like that. It's the same thing. Only in our time we're seeing this. But now it's crazy. You got all kind of stuff going on. Open your eyes up. You even see Republicans who are in disagreement with this administration here. Wake the fuck up. Don't you see what's happening? Ain't no way in hell that we had eggs $9 for a dozen eggs. You have to buy all of these high priced foods just to survive. Something is wrong. And then all these people losing their jobs. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Excuse my French, but it's the truth. Anytime you see something like this, something is really, really wrong. And this is not helping the economy. No, it's not. So anybody that think this shit is okay, you need your head examined. Something is wrong with you. And any guy that tell you some shit like this and think that this okay, something wrong with him too. So I'm seeing people out there marching, and they come from all types of walks of life, white, black, Mexican, Hispanic, everywhere, talking about this shit. They know, they have good enough sense to know that something is wrong with all of this. Anytime you have somebody that come from somewhere else, and they trying to shave off all the jobs, and then they talk so bad about immigrant people, but you want to replace, what you trying to do is replace one group of immigrants for another. They want to hire, which is exploitation. They want to exploit the Indian people, bring them over here, talking about we gonna bring smart people over here. No, you want to exploit. You exploited these immigrants that were already here. Now you want to replace them because I guess for whatever your racist reasons or whatever, now you want to move another group of immigrants in there so they can build up your country, just like you exploited black people, free labor so they could build the whole fucking country. And then you don't want anything showing that there was any history of us building the country. So you're erasing all of the history, banning all of the books. That's how they exploit immigrant people. And then they talk bad about immigrant people when immigrant people make America. They are the ones that make America great. We're the ones that make America great, not your stupid ass up there having Elon come up there and telling you what to do, and he's running the country, and he really shouldn't be telling nobody nothing, making people lose their jobs. You don't even ask the question, okay, what about their families? What about their lives? What about their health care? You don't even give a fuck about those people. So something is wrong with that. Anytime you have people that think it's okay to just like, let's cut this job, let's cut that job, let's cut these people, let's bring this immigrant over here and replace it with this immigrant. Something is wrong with that. So anybody that thinks something is okay with this, something is seriously wrong. You need to go and see a shrink. But I digress. What I was listening to this girl saying, I just wanted to hear. I said, I know she voted for Trump. And she knows that this is some stupid stuff that's happening right now. People losing their jobs, businesses closing. And the economy is getting really messed up right now. Thanks to Mr. / Elon, the president, Trump, whatever, and their Doge goons doing all this stuff. And then they don't even know what they're cutting. Some of the Republicans have complained. Why don't you read who it is that you're trying to like terminate from different positions before you terminate them, because you got to see what importance that position is and that person is to that position, how it helps whatever it is that we need in society, like the planes crashing, terminating people that work for those companies, and then all of these other companies that are very sensitive entities like that we need in society that help people thrive.